I wouldn't call it two ideas, but I would call it a process. And the more your sales team, the more your company is tuned to this process, the better it is. And in our terminology, we call it the buying cycle. So it starts with identifying the need of the customer. So for doing this, you have to go to various people, collect various views and various scenarios. Because what the purchase guy is trained for is his KPI is to get the best price. But really, if you want to identify the needs of the client, you have to go beyond it. You have to go to the user. You have to go often to the service guy. They tell you the truth. So you know what is really the pain point. Now, having done it, move to the next step, which is assessing the alternatives. And in my view, this is one of the most important steps. You could have 5 ways to solve a problem. But what is the most effective way? You could have 5 products. Here you need to consider what your competitor could offer and then assess what is your strength versus what is your competitor's strength. You would like to play to your strength. So if you know the problem, if you have different ways to solve the problem and you know that you're good in 2 and you're not good in the other 2, that's when you're matching your strength against the customer's requirement. Having done this, the third step is to put yourself in the client's shoes and address risks, if any, from his side. Now, risks can be many types. He doesn't know you, you're a new supplier, he has not used the type of a product that you're offering to him, the type of a material that you're offering to him. These are all risks. Now, you need to find a way to address this risk, whether it's a supply chain risk, or it's a performance risk, or the cost of switch, whatever be it. And if that is done well, then the person inside the client's organization who's going to root for you, and he's the guy taking the risk, will really be your trusted advisor. Then you build your value proposition. Don't go and offer him on the first day that I'll give you 20% cheaper, then you've lost your value. But if you do all this homework well and you know where his problem is coming from and what you're good at, and build your value proposition, your capabilities, and that's when you offer the product to the customer. Don't be in a hurry, take your time, understand. And I think if this is something which an organization can build up in its sales DNA, if I can use the word, then the chances of success are higher than just doing it selling. So this, in my view, in my company's view, is the way we train our sales guys to discover the value and deliver premium.
The approach stage is the biggest stage, or if you were to really succeed in selling a premium, is approach the stage like what Ranjen said, know everybody, know what is their needs, what is the problem areas. If you do approach well, it is highly likely that you will be successful in a sale. Most salespeople goes from suspect, prospect, goes to the negotiate stage, right? And that's where they fail. If an approach is done well and the maximum time is spent in approach stage, I don't see any reason why you can't sell it.
So one, in any case, to sum up, it's a value-added selling, which is extremely key. I mean, which is what Ranjan and Maginder was also mentioning. In addition to that, I would also see typically the customers, they outsource the non-core jobs, which is what we are supposed to be adding continuous value to employee. But other than that, we also need to see if we can engage with the core business cycle of the customers and can add some value there. And that would really bring in that long-term strategic partnership. And increasingly, the customers are also willing to work with partners who are with longer term, who are actually de-risking their businesses. For example, where we have to put our own case, most of our consumables, 80% of our consumables, we have manufacturing plants located at multi-locations. So we are de-risking our business, and that's how we are also meeting our customer needs and met our customer needs during the pandemic time. So even at that level, there is a likelihood of uncovering value if you are able to engage with customers from the long-term perspective adding value every year after year. That's what I think.
One is knowledge sharing. When you improve, not all the users are aware of all the standards or the quality of the product and how it works. And when you share that, you are actually raising the level of knowledge and awareness. And that actually creates a bond, right? And ability to trust. And they come back to you for consultation, even if about competitors offering, or at least come back to you with a question. But sharing knowledge is one of the vital things. Without whether you get the business, you don't, but sharing the knowledge really, really helps, because that creates a very special bond. And then finally, when it comes to closing the deal, to really know your value, what you are really offering to the value is again a buyer's perspective, and we should be terribly sure, and that's where the homework that Trilip and Ranjan mentioned are very, very key. So you clearly know the value that you are delivering to the customer, prepared to hold the ground and not to go weak in the knees. And that actually provides, with humility, of course, and that provides a lot of